Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Normandie series here on the Lord Master channel, in which the England, I've just noticed, has expanded slightly, and it was due to inheritance. We now have a bit of a foothold on northern Scotland, up in Moray. Even though my focus will be on Wales at the moment, as I look to expand here. But now, look here. Queen Alice of England, though she is known to be craven. But here's the thing. Just because I'm craven doesn't mean that I can start wars. I'm not anti-war. I just don't like the idea of leading troops myself, as I do not have the skills to make that happen. But in order to prepare for, a future conflict, I should start training commanders instead of this. Especially you, cousin. As you are a veteran Crusader yourself, and there's no way that we can, convince each other and such. Hated by Legion, all that. But in a year's time, I'm gonna go out to do another inspection. Notify me when this occurs. While I will sit around and wait. And speaking of sitting around, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Meditate in seclusion. Invite knights, and then meditate seclusion. To the rolling hills of Punchland. Or the secluded forest. Just to the rolling hills. There's no need for all this. And if there is any danger, I'll face it, like it or not. Unless you want to change routes, which is always optional. I mean, you're in no rush. Just avoid the dangerous areas, okay? Also, you should go visit Bruges for that new landmark there. Then after Bruges, head to Dover Castle. Yeah, these new, points of interest that you made. Okay, ready? Let's go meditate. So just need to take a little time off for myself as I go meditate. This is just my way to stall for time until we go do inspection, as I will inspect another border county. While meanwhile, fabricate a claim on Oxford so I can kick the guy out of Oxford, so I can hold it for myself for a bit, so I can build that university. And I'll do the same for Cambridge in future. Come on, we're preparing for future conflict. Get in here. It's almost time to send somebody to the west, particularly those who are bold or ambitious. So keep an eye on that when expiration comes. Legacy takes shape. Women need not fear as lives depart, though it may tear their grievers apart, and when they're found on our nears, wonder, whole life echo through the years. Captain Hamlin, host of the Viscounts. You are quite a poet yourself. How about I send you my poem? A work about strife. Secret is exposed. Elizabeth in Normandy. Bastard child. How much? Kazan. Oh, Jewish. And ever since I've landed that Jewish character, the tutor, what's his name? Pirkoi. That. That means you're bringing in more Jewish characters to England, which does have a world of potential possibilities. Unfortunately, the man is craven, so he's not going to be the one to be sent to the west. Oh, and apparently he's an heir to the Karakazaz from Azov, or currently based from Azov. Interesting. What was this thing I did? I mean, that's a case if I want to send another guest. That man that I brought over. Edward the Dorset. Oh, that's what that does. It's favorites. Okay. That's what that does. Like you put favorites to a certain character, so you'll know. That's okay. Now there's a reason why we brought you here. So we'll accept needed for the networks. Now listen. As much as I like you, but you're reckless, ill-suited to be a commander. But I'll come back to you in a moment. Matter of fact. No. Alright. Any one of you bold, brave, ambitious ones out there? Ancient prowess. And he's got inspiration. Oh, come here. Damn your excellency. Hey, you're ambitious. That I'm willing to send over. There you go. 13 increase. Good. And of course, none of your prisoners would wish to want to go. I recall there was somebody that says, I ain't leaving until all my children grow up. That sort of thing. I forget who that was. I think it's one of the nobility. %, and then gives you up the opinion, alright, he's still ain't gonna go. Yeah, I believe that was you. Might accept. Yes, I know you're zealous, angry, and all that. Imprisoned by you, can't do that. Just hold on. I mean, yeah, you're recruiting her. That means you can't send to exile. And neither is this captain. So what the hell have I brought her over here for? I don't know. So maybe you and I will get along. Maybe. Probably not. Especially that whole tyrant thing that's just been brought up recently. Tyranny is an issue. You're definitely not going. Neither is you, as I continue to look at these traits. You have a title. We just need to find more prisoners to capture. And whoa, stop. Cold humor flu consumption just popped up over there. I don't think it's going to be coming to Middlesex. You'll manage. Aunt's wounds. Those accursed children. My daughter Mary and her compatriot Eric were caught red-handed hiding snug in the armory. Don't they know that weapons are dangerous? Eric had hurt himself. Fortunately, Mary ran outside and grabbed the nearest adult, admitting everything they'd done. Mary looks genuinely distraught. I don't think she'll ever be dishonest again. Well, it's good of you that you admitted on what you did. You'll do alright in life, but you're not inheriting anything. And John's my ward. 2 victims. Where does this person come from? She's a wanderer here. Who's your guardian? Nobody. It's an unrelated child. And then you come from all the way over there, and it's like, hey, you want to come to court? Pay all the money to bring her and your child over. So I was like, well, why don't you raise her, huh? You know, the problem is you're bringing in a Muslim, but again, tyranny. So I don't think it's worth the investment. And speaking of investments, need more income. Every little bit helps with the income. Just invest, invest, invest. Clear views from the hilltops on the sun and lended themselves well to pensive reflection. Meditating in isolation, I was suddenly struck with an epiphany. The presence of man in the world and how we fit into the natural order. Another piece of the universal puzzle. Put into place! The experiences stay with me forever. My learning skills increased. Excellent. It increased and then it just went down a bit. The modifier expired. As me and my companions traversed the dense forest in Normandy, an unusual sight catches your eye. Nestled between the trees, a lone artisan Jeffrey was meticulously carving a marble into a beautiful statue. Upon closer inspection, you realize it's a weeper, a mourning figure often found on tomb monuments in Normandy. The figure is so lifelike it almost seems to weep real tears. Jerry explains that the weepers are often commissioned by wealthy lords and ladies to adorn the tombs of their loved ones. I was a nearly finished piece, or if you're interested, you can share more about the history and significance of these sculptures. Tell me more about the sculptures. I'm intrigued. You share us fascinating insights about the weepers and their history. You feel enriched by the knowledge. Pass through Bruges. Crossing through the Strait of Dover. And then we did pass through Dover. Ditch! Pilgrims to Kent. As we sit by the campfire after a long day, a group of travelers approach us in the dark. A band of knights led by a proud-looking man. Each one of the knights looked richer than the next. My queen, it is my pleasure to meet you. I'm Lothair of the Knights Templar. We've been on a long journey to get to Kent. We need some rest before the last stretch. Let me share a campfire. Why on earth would I want to kill a man of faith, especially one who's particularly skilled? I'll say, come, enjoy a campfire and tell us your travels. And how would you like to come serve me? Thank you. See, we need somebody like you in the English army. Another grim report from the Earl Dowager. Archbishop hands it up. The people demand action, he just wildly. Purge the beasts. They spread the cold humor flu. God wills it. I glanced at the parchment. He was gleaming with purpose, mine with doubt. There's no need. What are you talking about? That's just only over there. As a matter of fact, I was going to go inspect that area. We'll appoint new Master later. So I was sent to administer a matter in my office. I was informed that Duke of Alack, my husband and king, was ready to give me a word. Upon admittance to my presence, proceeded to remind I owed him a favor, something I could not forget. So he want me to promote him, increasing his prestige. Of course, doing it will reduce my own fame, so bowing at the whims of this person. Okay, you got it. I'll give my word. You're getting more and more prestigious yourself, husband. But I know. Back. Yes, with dismay I noticed Mayor William of Southwick has been defaming me and my domain by spending his own resources to lower my control of my lands. Oh, how dare you! You just lowered all the control of all the lands in my domain. I mean, we do have a seneschal and everything. And in addition, I believe I have, yes, served the crown for more control growth. So, joke's on you. Control will be up in no time. Southwark. You're Orthodox, aren't you? Get out of here. I can do that because it's not tyranny. Plus, you're Orthodox. That's a heretical faith. It's the iconoclasts of the East is the true Christians. They're the one of ecumenism. The Orthodoxy do not. Any other Orthodox remnants here? Good. It's just one person. Need someone loyal. Why on earth would I want to give him land? He's a good explorer, potentially. Oh man. To Normandie. That'd be a mistake. Appointing a mayor of Jewish origin, of the rabbinic faith, because Catholicism is evil, that's one thing. Born true faith, bound by faith, a tyranny that's still there, me being arbitrary, which is a sin to them. Big mistake. Also, I don't think you can appoint children as mayors. Oh, you can, okay. Huh. I don't know. That's just an idea, okay? Oh yeah, one day we will build London Bridge, but we need the urbanization and innovation. Just give it to some English noble. God damn it. Should consider building 2 city holdings here. Good, please wait for the consumption to go away so I can inspect. That's to clarify. Actually, you don't need to go to Norwich. While the disease is near, it's actually over there. Arnold, you're the man. You're gonna give me safe travels. We can make haste. Like on, speed things up. Just to make damn sure. And then after the inspection, just stop by the capital of the Kingdom of Wales. To its capital. Improve the success chance. So that's all the money we're going to spend, so let's get it. Going to oversee the lands here. Travel fast. Six chances 43. My son came to me complaining about Elizabeth bullying him. He's been hiding all over the castle. And to avoid facing the other child. Oh no, do not be like me. I'll say, a bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. To my age, while you hold the petty kingdom of Normandie, the Dutch title, it is clear to everyone as I who govern it. Its many hills, the village is overseen by my villages and my magistrates. Therefore, I'm laying claim to it. You're welcome to grant title to me whenever you wish. Else, I'm sure it will fall to me in due time, one way or another. Just gonna press claim there. As I arrive at Shropshire, I'm brought to the study. A group of servants attend all my needs and fuss me around for a while, to ask me to leave. I'm at the focus of my task at hand if they keep running around the room. With them out of the way, I could finally start working on my plans, which is to expand my borders. That's what I want. So we hope to improve these chances. We got lucky the last time. Let's see if I can grab some more. If not, we'll try it again and again. It's not safe at all, my queen. A haggard look at the child. Barely survived my life, I did. True to a word, so I've been through hard experience. It seems people from all over child here to see office die, only to be intercepted by criminals. If we allowed bandits and footpads to continue preying on the visitors, it's only a matter of time until they start looking elsewhere. I'll recruit a small guard patrol to protect the travels. I traveled to Borderlands from seeing the very edges of my realm, an empty wasteland, waiting for a lady to send members to take the rates, some of it not potential. If nobody else is a note nearby, establishing down to the stake of the claims on these lands shouldn't prove to be a problem. I'm trying to make these lands my lands. Got an unpressed claim on the earldom of Prefewald. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. If that's how I pronounce it. Out here, you find yourselves some poachers, are you? A ragged-looking hunter yells at us as we approached a small camp during one of my surveys in the hinterlands. Plenty to be found, even in real Royland. Here in Ludlow, it's everyone for himself. If you want to stake a claim on these lands, you need someone who can show up in your name regularly, if you know what I mean. She continues to wait before she bites a chunk of grilled meat. Our group, we could show everyone here that the land really belongs to you. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. We should hire the guards who can patrol the hinterlands. Big percentage increase. Will we succeed? Our efforts along the border structure has been a massive success. We clearly defined it as an area that should be under the supervision of the Kingdom of England, and this is reflected in how people talk about it. Many locals supposedly talk about me as if I were their ruler already, as planned. Now we have the Principality of Gwynedd. That's the most important thing. And the Lordship of Penalty. There we go. I wonder if I could do that one more time when we go up to Moray and try to get claims all around the areas of Scotland. Clodwell, the herbalist. As me and my party traversed the verdant forests of Powys, I encountered a woman named Ludova, a renowned herbalist. She was surrounded by an array of plants and herbs, each with their unique aroma. She seems intrigued by my presence, offered to share her knowledge of the local flora and their medicinal properties. You notice a variety of plants like the healing yarrow, the calming chamomile, and a potent foxglove. Ludova explains that each plant, if used correctly, can cure various ailments or even save a life. However, if used improperly, it can be deadly. She offers to teach me and my party how to identify and use these plants. Well, I'm something of a gardener myself. I would like to learn about these plants. Successful learning. Learn about the medicinal properties of these plants. I noticed that John, that's John of the avoids me more than usual. He always sits the opposite end of the table whenever we're invited to a feast, and consistently refuses my company while camping. We might not have the best of relationships, but that attitude is starting to tire me, especially when I overhear him defaming me. Alice is a screaming machine. I'd be a way better queen than her. I don't know who you are or where you come from. Got any money in you? As an arbitrary person, I'll say, you're going to end your days in the dungeon. I could exile you to the west if you weren't so lazy. Under the starlit skies saved breathers, each camp was treated to an unexpected performance. My night did, for he surprises everyone with a soulful melody. His voice echoing of praise from my courtier, Mary. My lady waiting. Mary listens intently, visibly flustered, as the song is silent acknowledgement passes between them. Yes, the world shall hear you play and sing. Up your diplomacy a bit. Seems you got talent. Flanders are scarred by wars, scattered its victims in the camps of its agents. The conditions are terrible and our encounters with soldiers frequent. I begin to feel weak. I was lagging behind the rest of the party when I normally set the pace. There's something wrong. The decision's not here. We must press on. Come on, we gotta get home. In the quiet of our camp near Oxfordshire, a shrieking uproar breaks calm. My chancellor Wolfhelm, a blind, confronts my friend Silver, accusing me of holding the treasured child. You thief! This is my mother's! Oh, exclaims, blazing with anger. Lying, it always belongs to me. It's my chancellor. It belongs to him. In the dead of the night, at our camp near Whitecombe, I step out quietly. What does that sound? That's when I see it. My friend, Silwolf, silently draws closer to my acquaintance, Wolfhelm, who is sleeping in the open fields of heavy stone. Silwolf crushes for him skull, leaving the grass stained with blood. So quickly scans are unaware that I've seen everything. You killed my chancellor. He was one of the good ones. But I'll say, fascinating technique. Learn a bit of intrigue. By God, there's been a murder. Who would wish death on our impeccable Wolfhelm? The warlord is so brutal. My current master, Arnold, continues. Yes, indeed, who would ever dream of doing something like this to poor innocent wolfhound? So it says. In the corner of my eye, I could see him holding back a chuckle. A friend of mine, murdered, a good chance though. This is a telltale work of a bore. There's no doubt about it. And my intrigue skill just went up again. As I get up in the early morning, I cannot help but letting out a loud yawn, stretching as I make my way out of tent to see the people all around. I notice Seawolf, the murderer, and friend, heading off to what looks like a makeshift fishing rod to all the noise and bustle of him. Where are you off to? I ask him. He responds nonchalantly. It's a nice day for fishing. The murderer actually says that literally days after he killed a man. 2 days, in fact, as I look at the notifications there. My God. Next destination 3 days. Let's just go home. Get back on your horse, though. We have places to be. So we're back home. It's been a damn murder. Man. Well, we found a rather competent one. Hey! Compliment you a little. Back to your good standing. Also, I'm reminded, Mercia. You want those vassals of yours. Well, they're right here. Oh my God, I gave it a wrong vassal. It belongs to Wecha. The Duchy of has not been created yet. That was a mistake. Tell you, when I take Oxford, I'll give you the Dutch title to make up for it. And if you want it back, we'll fight it among yourselves. But at least I'll be pleasing her a lot more, and you're making Mercia a bit more powerful than it needs to be. Here, 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 here. There. All yours. Now, if you want to change succession laws, we need to get those two on our side. What do you need? Want a seat on your council? Unfortunately, there isn't a spot for you. But I'll... known criminal. Adulterer. Aha. But that's going to lead to rebellion. I'm not in the mood for that yet. Well, we do have all the claims to all the territories of Wales. All I need is green light. Here we go. Domain limit 1. In 3 years' time or so, I'm going to become an architect. And I'm going to do a lot more traveling to get another domain limit. Because that would be Oxford. Glad to be well again. And I know what to do exactly to pass the time now that we are rich in big income. I'm going to go on vacation. And I'll be saying, vacation? To where? Oh, how about Egypt? Empire of the Nile, to be exact. Visit far-off Rome. It's a metropolis. Metropolises are bustling cities. Harsh environment where only the sharpest mind and most cunning individuals thrive. Don't expect your noble title to grant you any special treatment. In the crowded alleys, money speaks louder than lineage. This daring venture is best suited for skillful counts and dukes, or in this case, queens. With small territories and nothing to lose. Are you willing to take a risk? The average of skills master more than specialization between success and failure. Between success and failure. Diligent and ambitious characters are more resourceful. the slightly better chances of Metropolis. On the contrary, lazy, content characters less motivated to succeed. Travel is especially stressful when hostile places, paranoid and eccentric characters. You could stay up for 5 years. Why the hell not? So I gotta customize a route. Go visit some kingdom capitals. Especially for stewardship gain. Yeah, stop by Sardinia. Just visit a bunch of these points of interest. Oh no. What are you doing? And then travel to Northern Africa. Travel by sea. And then you're in Cairo. And then after Cairo, go visit St. Catherine's Monastery, then return back. Yeah, it's going to be quite an adventure. Don't want to go to Arabia, that's way too far. Gonna go see the pyramids in Alexandria. After that, make a brief stop at Crete. And we'll go travel most of Italia. Train knights and hire mercenary guards came to the realization that some of that travel was going to be too damn dangerous for my well-being. Stewardship and learning. Stewardship and learning. And sometimes diplomacy. Monte Cassino. And of course, Rome and the Vatican. To Genoa. Then the capital of the Kingdom of Italy, and then be on our way back and pass through Rheims Cathedral as well, and then we're back. Estimated arrival, the travel time is 3 years. I'll be gone for 3 years, and then when I come back, I'm gonna go inspect Scotland up there. Make some claims up there as well. So a bunch of my knights will be joining me. But please remember, you do not have a physician with you. Herbalist pouch. So if you're in need of healthiness, well then, all I can say is good luck. I know you're not power sharing, but you may want to point somebody whose aptitude is average. But yeah, that's my cousin and all. Here, cousin, you be the regent. What do the courtly vassals think of me? 1 second. I don't give a care what they think. You're going to be the regent. You're going to be the man to do it. And while I'm away, swell the armies in preparation for the war against Wales. I'm going on vacation to Cairo. Okay, this is all thanks to the military schools. The trained knights travel option. Bring along your weakest knights to train and learn with the challenges faced on the open road. A massive chopping block in the middle of the log gate cabin that doesn't see much use. Looks like it's always been there before man walked this earth. All around me, laborers toiled resplendent with sweat, and the low birth appeared free to the weight of the world. I stared at the splitting axe, stood upright in a giant stump. My 10 soldiers, laden with stress, begged for release. No, I don't want to chop my own damn arm or leg off. Heavens forbid. Visited the Kingdom of Burgundy. It's alright. Our income is so great nowadays. Secrets of the Green Language. As I travel through the beautiful landscapes of Provence, I come across a scholar, Corrado, who claims to know the secrets of the Green Language used by troubadours. This mysterious language, also known as the language of the birds, said to hold great wisdom and hidden truths. I just picked up rough terrain expert. Corrado offers to teach you and your companions the basics of this enigmatic language, stating that it could provide valuable insights to the world around you. I'll attempt to learn it. I learn the Green Language, unveiling new insights and wisdom, 100 learning lifestyle experience, and a little bit delay. The high altitude and brisk air of Barcelona has very refreshing qualities we traverse the local hill for. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of trade technique I haven't seen before. I'm moving closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by the local captain, Severo. Would you like to join in, Your Highness? Unfortunately, we're in a hurry. I have not picked up a traveler trait, but this is a good time to get it now. Travel logs. Gain traveler's seasoned trade experience when you arrive at your destination. Because I've been doing a lot of traveling. I don't know why I've not picked it up yet at this point in my life, but it's about that time. It is known that the people of an hesitancy to profess special devotion towards their knights and their legends. My acquaintance of knights says that it's also fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I'm in search of a marvelous fountain which water is said to cure illnesses. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Oh, 30 gold. I don't need the payment up front right now. Just join. We're forming the English army and we need all the talented people we can get. And look at you. You've got no personality traits. We know that you're gallant, aggressive attacker, you're known to be a gambler. Gambler as in somewhat bold. So no, he decides not to join, so he takes his leave. Visit the capital of France. Now off to Sardinia. little bit of that intrigue lifestyle. He tried to acquire soldiers, he couldn't get them. Oh, the networks are ahead now. Just need resilience. It's in the 400s. It's good to know. We should rest and recover fully. He's a mercenary captain that's accompanying us to make travel safer, so he is needed. Excuse me. Learning lifestyle experience. Gonna need that since you got a few awards to raise. Speaking of awards, oh, she's gonna be great with stewardship. And same for John, if I can mold him to being better. And as for you, Alexander, since you're gonna be into diplomacy, let me find someone who's good with diplomacy. Ah, Shlomo. And whatever you do, don't make him Jewish. Okay? You're a good man. I can't support Greenland or send someone I found traveling, right? Actually, you can. I think. Well, hopefully I'll be back in 2 years' time. The journey brings us to Iglesias, where the rhythmic hammering of blacksmiths forms the heartbeat of local commerce. Smoke bellows from chimneys of smiths, bathed in sweat and suits, shaped a world to the remarkable. One of the blacksmiths wipes his brow and beckons me to come closer. You're welcome, your highness, he declares. We're the master Sardinian smiths, best there is. Do peruse our wares. Unknown rarity. It could be common, masterwork, famed, or illustrious. You never wall shield artifact because, you know, we got one that's, you know, going away. Do you make shields? Okay. Let me see. No. Then what the heck did I got then? Oh, this is a large ornament. Okay. That's meant for up there. A wooden shield of fine craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy oak planks and bound together with a wrought iron. The edges inlay of a deer antler and painted images and motifs from the Normandy model and coat of arms. When I get a lot of money, I'll be sure to repair these artifacts. And for goodness sakes, repair this, though it's a lot cheaper. Don't you know that makeshift mace is a family heirloom that dates back from the days of Rollo? That's a family heirloom. It's heritage. I want to fix that too. Damn pirates. At the end of my time. With the present level of our treasury comes the lack of funds for the most basic services in my domain. It was a discuss, but no surprise I learned there's not enough funds to keep militia patrols ensuring the safety of my province. To add insult to injury, it's clear that the earldom of Kent is losing its form of development. God damn it! Use my prestige to further influence the militia, reducing the penalty a bit, but we'll manage. The Stones of Carthage. On the hills overlooking the bay, workers are dismantling what remains of ancient Carthage. Massive columns lie tumbled, their marble being loaded onto ox carts destined for new palaces on the Hafsid elite. Adel al-Karim, the foreman, Wipes the sweat from his brow and explains that the Sultan himself ordered these stones, the finest marble in all of Ifriqiya. That's how I remembered. Scattered amongst the rubble, I spot fragments of Punic inscriptions, shattered mosaics depicting scenes from the empire that once rivaled Rome, and carved stones that have lain there since before the prophet's time. A sense of melancholy hangs over this place, where the ghosts of Hannibal's people are being carted away stone by stone. I offer to help organize the labor for great efficiency. It's a 100% that I become a skilled administrator. My suggestions improve the workflow considerably. The foreman is grateful, and offers a small token of appreciation from the salvaged goods. So I get a little bit of payment, but more importantly, a little bit of stewardship lifestyle experience on a route to become an architect. So I walk through the streets of Tunis. There's a loud ruckus by one of the markets. Two men yelling at one another. Before I can make our way there, the man's already stepped in between and talked it down. See, we'll be fine, he tells the man with a smile and hands him a coin. It was a simple act of kind generosity. Everything returns to normalcy. He turns to us as we approach. No banner or mark telling me of any liege order. Perhaps a wandering knight? Honorable knight, like I should serve a lady, like myself. How'd you like to come to Greenland? We'll ask again in a year's time. He's got an inspiration. What is it? He wants to write another book about scholarly matters. You're the richest goddamn man I ever knew. Because I keep giving you such investments. Needs 300 gold. Obviously. Sultan needed my food. Not a day goes by where I don't run into a fisherman who has a new piece of information to give me. Whether it be on type of bait to use, where to fish, or even to prepare fish once they're caught. If I get the chance to fish myself, with the fishermen showing me the tips and tricks, they all applaud when I catch one. Dexterous fisherman. What if we apply these fishing tactics to seafaring? Makes travel by sea less dangerous now. I've rarely seen Captain this excited before. His eyes seem to be devouring a richly ordained book, and sometimes manage to take a peek on its maps instead on the interior. One morning, he found approaching his place. Honest, there are rumors that the land of Monastir is home to extraordinary people. Says kind of stuffly. Dog-headed people wander these cities. I must see these creatures now. Great Moscow idea. That's what that is. Every time we get to a new settlement, I take a moment to look around, trying to find the grotesque creatures I've seen in Captain Sardam's maps. The cars are simply too big. When we arrive in El Jem, he comes to me, grasps me his book title. Highness, we followed all the indications, but these creatures are nowhere to be found. It's occurred to me that they may be, perhaps, no more than an invention. Okay. The oasis of Gabes spreads before you like a green jewel set against the desert. Here, where sweet water meets the sea, and plants grow in abundance. Their leaves destined to adorn the plants. Adorn the hands of brides from Tunis to Cairo. That's where I'm headed. Clemenza, an elderly woman with intricate patterns of her own hands, tends to the garden of precious plants. Afro-Roman, because I was about to say, Clemenza, that's not a Muslim name. Actually, she is Muslim, but she's Afro-Roman culture. So, Clemenza. The henna of Gabes is the finest in all of Ifriqiya, she explains. Crossing her leaves between her fingers to the base of the stick of earthly soot. Brides paid fortune for paste made from these very plants around. The air is thick with the mangled fragrances of the oasis, date palms, citrus blossoms, and a sea breeze from the nearby Gulf. something of a gardener myself. So, I'll say, I know these plants. I know plants. These are not being cultivated properly. My suggested improving the irrigation and pruning techniques suppress the oil. She insists to take a generous supply of henna as a thanks to wisdom. On fine days like this, the pastures of Bagrara look great and local livestock positively jumping into your own general manner. Cows are walking next to their mothers, with their fur shiny and clean. Overall, the place is very competently run. Oh, I do notice a couple of oddities that would manage a bit differently. The local patriarch approached me. Fine morning to you, my queen. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? As if Middlesex needs more development. Construction cost reduction would be excellent. I could advise him, but he's back home. Held to the air. Let this magna. Our journey to Caros unfortunately brought us to the wastelands of Tripolitania. We were not prepared to undertake this long stretch without a single source of water, and many of my companions have begun to look as awful as dried yams. I need to do something fast. I'm relatively good health, and we got the berries, so I'll say we need to push on. We all get dehydrated. Hildebert decided this time in London's coming to an end, so it's back to Chess cities as follows. Hildebert goes his claim for the county of Fürstenberg. If I want the president making my vassals, my last chance to make him stay. Well, may your journey be safe and swift. I've never really thought about that place. Keep your prowess skill up. Preparation for the future Welsh war. It's not the one. As much as I would like to travel through Cyrenaica, but nah, I don't want to. Well, the Duchess. Everyone knows. One day we gotta imprison you and make you pay the ransom as penalty. My child's gonna be born in Egypt. Oh, now the Duchess Edith is. I'm stirred from my laxity jerk across the great blue sea by a sudden shriek. I sprinted to the stores below deck and horrified to find a seagull beside the shredded remains of our supplies, its feathers stretched in against the foul, bloated belly. In my rage, I could have killed the repugnant wing, and it's right there, but I'm stopped by my courtier. I guess. Hark, stay your hand, you! Don't you know it's bad luck to kill a bird at sea? I know I'm craven, but I'll say, nothing gonna stop me from killing this blasted bird. The bird was killed in Eden news trial. It's considered to be bad omen for the next 2 years. The Nile has begun to rise, and Alice, that's me, witnesses the annual celebration that greets the life-giving flood. Villagers parade along the river banks with music and offerings, thanking God for another year of abundance. The waters carry rich black silt from distant mountains, promising fertile fields and full granaries. The village elder invites the traveler to join the festivities and share in Egypt's greatest blessing. Tell me the meaning of these rituals. The religious symbolism proves too complex for a quick understanding. Much remains mysterious. I've traveled far from home, and the ice-cold winds are far behind. Oh, at first the change of climate was pleasant from wondrous for my complexion. The air thick with moisture makes me feel as if I'm breathing through a damp cloth. The water is cooling and invigorating, helps greatly offset the heat exhaustion, but it simply isn't enough. Need water. Stole a cool sipping of water. The rain hasn't let up in a while. We've been traveling through Dakia. I've been nervously eyeing the river, and its murky waters have swelled ever larger, like some pus-filled blister. My caravan leader, Arnold's complaining once again. We've been trekking through this sodding, sucked cesspit for days. When does ore get finished since the bank finally breaks? The rush of thick, dark water slosh towards the supplies. And Arnold, my great caravan master, who's an excellent protector. I gotta save that. So we lose supplies for 5 years. The travel will be slow from then on out. As I stroll around the market in Kalya, a loud ruckus comes from just a couple stalls down the road. There's a furious woman animated wingers. Serene Doja Palladino will have your head for this. She yells at another. And Rojo looks positive, even angry. I'd love to see him try. The stall dismisses the Murchu and waves his hand, angrily turning bodyguards. Murchu clearly tends to get the deal one way or the other. How's he doing out here? Well, it seems like a perfect time to make some coin, and took advantage of the situation. Locals around here gotta have something. Alright, here we are. Arrived in Cairo, and my host, Malik Al-Muzem Papajis of Tulanid, is surprised with how far I have traveled. He is wondering what I plan to do here. Give me a moment. And there's also a university here. So that means I'm an architect now. Visit the palace to elevate your prestige. Visit the markets to earn more gold, although I don't think we need that. Visit the noble houses to improve my legitimacy. That could be adjusted if I do a few more good things. Visit the brothels to revel in pleasure and reduce stress. Or visit the temples to display examples of piety. Oh, damn. I'm thinking. Obviously, my marshal was never a good one. And I've been prone to stress lately. So for once, I'll visit the brothels to revel in pleasure and reduce stress. I don't have any at all, but just wondering if there'll be any opportunities for intrigue. Convinced that your territory fails. It seems my efforts of my steward to the county Derby prove no avail. The local people, persuaded by Simon Silvertongue and swayed by the procedure Michael, protested vehemently against their legitimate heir, King Normandie, but in vain. While local discontent might still make it easier to pray for us, the diplomatic plan is foiled for now. Curse you. That means one day we're going to have to fight a war for that little enclave. I swear I've seen this place in my dream before. Countess Ron exclaims. It looks so familiar. Yes, in my dream, the geography and the landscape looked exactly like this. We've been traveling in Cairo for a few days, for hours today. Oh, and someone got excited because of this. How wondrous. This must have been a sign from God. Well, let's hope it's a good omen then, because we need some good omens. That's what this realm needs. Good omens. Good vibes only. Internal affairs focus from then on out. We'll be gaining a lot of wandering experience in a hurry. If you travel more. So that plot fails. Thanks to his digital efforts, my caravan master found a safe shortcut in Cairo, which we could use to reduce the time of our journey quite a bit. How fortunate. You can start wars while you're away, right? Oh my goodness, there's a disease, and I did not know about it. And it's been around for nearly a year. It's affected Normandy and southern England, but it didn't go into Middlesex. It's a good thing that I took my vacation. Yes, you can declare war while you're away. We gotta get Derby. And since our income is so great, we can manage a large army. And the military is vastly inferior. Even if you bring friends in, King Lotharingia, that still will not be enough. Let the war chest be raised. Ah, yes, my son, born in Egypt. Name him Roger. I decided to place a significant bet on the gladiatorial match in the arena, confident in my chosen fighter's abilities. However, my fighter suffers unexpected defeat and I lose a considerable sum amount of money. Loss is a heavy blow, adding a financial stress to existing worries. The defeat, a financial setback, overshadows any excitement the match might have offered. I leave the arena feeling dejected and anxious, the betting loss adding to my stress rather than alleviating it. I will not give up. Tried it again. I was pregnant. I couldn't visit any brothels because I was pregnant. I just wanted to see, hey, what are these men out here like? And plus, I want to stay here a bit longer, wait for the disease over there to go away. The workforce. I visited a well-known brothel, looking forward to an evening relaxation. However, during my time there, I realized a valuable piece of jewelry is missing. Despite searching and questioning the staff, I'm unable to recover this stolen item. The loss and a breach of trust overshadow any enjoyment I felt. Later, being violated and stressed. The theft serving as a harsh lesson is a dangerous place to trust an unfamiliar establishment. You know what? If I stay here any longer, I'm sure bad shit's gonna keep happening, so maybe I should return home. So time has come to return home. Money keeps getting stolen. I lost the bet, and my money gets stolen, so I better get the hell out of here. The fire camp crackles against the cold desert as Alice's party makes camp in a rocky wadi. Without warning, dark figures materialize in the shadows. Bedouins in flowing robes, faces half hidden by the traditional keffiyeh. Yet these are no ordinary desert nomads. Salam, speaks their leader, a weathered man whose eyes hold both wariness and ancient dignity. I am Hafez of Jabelia. Our tribe has guarded the monastery of St. Catherine since the days of Emperor Justinian. 600 years of service. He dresses a young man bearing a cross tattoo on his wrist, then to the other finger prayer reads, We are Muslim, yet we protect Christian holy places. This is our sacred duty. The Jabelia chief studies out as measuring us. You travel through our lands. Tell me, stranger, what brings you to the mountain where Moses spoke with God? Your tribe fascinates me. Muslims guarding Christians? Questions unwelcome. You ask many questions, stranger. Hafez's tone cools noticeably. Some mysteries are not for outsiders to pry into. Our ways are our own. Conversation dies, and Jabelia watching me with suspicion. Well, I'm an English woman, so I am unfamiliar with what you do around there and such, but we're visiting the monastery briefly before we turn around and visit more of Egypt. Open-minded, different culture, minority vassal opinion goes up because we do have a lot of minority vassals here. Journey through the sands of Kalajundi, a caravan laden camels cross our path. The caravan master notices our entourage halts procession. Noble travelers, he calls out Shukran as I. Perhaps you fancy a glance at the treasures these sturdy beasts carry for the right price. And what is the desert could cover you on your travels? Given that I'm a big spender these days, show me something unique, a true treasure of Calajundi. Jakob's spear. A long spear of excellent craftsmanship, wrought iron heads been etched to display a relief of geometric shapes, and then mounted on a sturdy oak shaft. A weapon that is elegant as it is deadly. Nice weapon. Need water. Go along down the Nile. On Rhoda Island, where the Nile splits around Cairo like the serpent's tongue, Alice discovers the Nilomit, an ancient well with a graduated column descending into the sacred waters. The officials in rowing robes gathered in a pavilion above, their voices hushed with the gravity of their task. First, this simple measurement determines the fate of millions. A priest chants prayers as a scribe marks the water level on the wax tablet. When the Nile rises to 16 cubits, Egypt will prosper. The floods will spread dark, fertile silt across the land. Too little, and the famine strikes the realm. Too much, the villages, and too much, and the villages drown. The caliphs, tax collectors wait nearby. And the Nilomit reading determines not only the harvest, but also taxes owed to every farmer from here to Aswan. Alice watches the ritual with fascination. Here in this simple stone column lies the heartbeat of Egypt itself. The same measurement that the pharaohs took, the same anxious waiting that gripped this land for 3,000 years. Ask the priest to explain the sacred measurements. The priest's eyes were suspicious. Such knowledge is not freely shared with outsiders. Too many would seek to manipulate the readings for their own advantage. He only offers vague platitudes before returning his work, leaving more questions than answers. We came across the ancient ruins of Haran, which weren't the most spectacular out there, I'm sure. They weren't that large, so we couldn't camp there. Even so, they were quite something to see. My entourage had been rather bored from the day's travel on the dreary road, so these ruins gave us something to talk about, among other topics. We were to speculate on why these ancients built these ruins, or which ancients inhabited. For that matter, it must have looked like what it must have looked like today. There was plenty of discussion to go around. It pretty much shows that we English and others are very ignorant of what Egypt is and like at this time. Let's keep on going down south. Oh, by the way, the Nile. Like, what's the level of the Nile? Does anybody know regarding the situation of yours? Actually, dummy, look it up. Nile. Very high flood. Okay, it's actually very good. It's not over flooded. Just curious. And does it affect travel? Anyway, it's been a while since I did that Nubia series. Like, it's under very high flood. Yes, it's good for the land, but what about travelers? Adventurers? It does not say. Unless it's over flooded, then we got issues. So everything's A-okay here. I passed through some small town in my travels. I am accosted by a foul-smelling man. He stumbles forth and nearly falls onto a member of my entourage as he approaches. His breath reeks of alcohol, and it's clear he had too much cups of meat. Could you spare some change, my lady? Things have been hard up lately. I could really use a pint. After he uses the last of his silverware in his bag, he falls over into the ground and pisses himself. It's clear a sad state of affairs, but it's hardly my problem, is it? Not suitable for Greenland. So, just toss the peasant some gold and move on. Off you pop. And speaking of off you pop, June. June. Send a courtier over. Red and white monasteries. 2 old Coptic monasteries. Pregnant. It didn't come from the brothels, I swear. The Imperial Quarries. Rings of hammers on stone across the mountains as quarrymen extract pottery and granite from the living rock, continuing work that began when pharaohs ruled and continued through Roman dominion to the present day. This purple stone once adored the palaces of emperors. Only royalty could wear or display poetry. And its value remains beyond the reach of common men. The quarry itself is a vast wound on the mountainside. Terraced platforms descending into the depths where workers appear as ants. The overseer, a weathered Greek whose family has managed these operations for generations, explains that the techniques here have remained unchanged for millennia because they work. He offers Alice a tour of this ancient industry, pointing out where the Roman inscriptions still mark quillas and dedications to long-dead emperors. The quality of stone here, he boasts, cannot be matched anywhere in the world. Accept the tour and learn about the quarrying process. The overseer explains his techniques unchanged for millennia. Fascinating knowledge. Felucca, Captain. A graceful felucca, I don't know if that's pronounced that way, with a tall triangular sail glides towards the riverbank where Alice and the traveling party rest. Its captain, a lean man with sun-darkened skin and quick eyes, calls on a greeting. Noble travelers, you walk when you could sail. My boat is swift, my knowledge of the river deep. For a fair price I could carry you downstream faster than any horse, and you may rest while the current does the work. He gestures at the broad Nile, sparkling under the Egyptian sun. But I must warn you, the river has her moods. Sandbars shift, currents change. Only those who know her ways arrive safely. That's quite a, it's quite a system. Hey, I know boats. Let me inspect the vessel first. Increase the trade experience of wanderer. I mean, hell, I came out from the Mediterranean. So my examination reveals it to be well maintained and river-worthy. The captain watches with growing respect as I check the rigging with practiced hands. Plus, I have maritime mercantilism. I know all about boats. Wall! You hit a wall? Come on. I want to get back to England as soon as possible. Especially improving our nights during the travels. A warm breeze caresses my neck as I wander through the orchards of Ushman. The trees stretch gently towards the sky, colored by a mixture of new shoots and fruits taking shape. Suddenly, a high-pitched shriek pierces the air. I quicken my step only to find a peasant child below a tree, in shambles and sobbing violently. It would seem as if she made an attempt at climbing the tree, more slipping and falling to the ground. One of the bone pipes protruded at a strange angle. There, at least Sylvia. Mary has come of age. A natural administrative birth surprised no one that Mary has come far in the studies of management of her own, displaying a thorough understanding of gold and the wandering spirit. She expressed remarkable creativity in dealing with these matters. Your master administrator. And with your vast knowledge, with that... In fact, you're so damn skilled. How about you be the explorer for the upcoming expedition next year? Know the land, know your people. Oh, Shlomo. You got that book, right? You want it written? Do it. You cannot live without books. Pass through the pyramids. The ghosts of the serpent. A massive red granite column of Pompey's pillar rises from the dusty plateau like a finger pointing accusingly at him. Around it lies the crumbled bones of the Serapeum. Once a temple, once a library, once one of the wonders of the ancient world, now a quarry for builders and a haunt for scholars. Switham moves through the debris reverently, running fingers over fragments of carved marble. They say a daughter library of the great library was housed here. Members. All that knowledge lost. A local guide, Abd al-Aziz, watches from the shade of a broken architrave. Foreigners always come looking for scrolls here, Max. Sometimes they find them, sometimes other things find them. The weight of the vanished centuries presses down upon you. Sweat him. Search for any surviving texts if you can. A fragment of forever. Sweatham crawls into the crevice, others dismissed as empty, and emerges hours later, filthy but triumphant, clutching a scorched papyrus scroll. The Greek is faded but legible. A lost commentary on Aristotle. Scholars would kill for this. Oh. We visit Alexandria. Courtier and guest opinion. Meritocracy. If you want to be an administrator, keep your country stable, this is the path. Speaking of throne claimants. The Earls, Matthew and Scott are among the most powerful vassals of my realm. I never know how to keep them happy, so I don't go around stirring up trouble. Perhaps flattery is the way to go? Anyone would be pleased if they have something made in their name, wouldn't they? Is that the right thing in the making? Should I let my friend Shlomo, Rashi, to know that I am dedicated to my service to my trustworthy vassals and advisors? You're gonna smile like maybe she just... No, dedicate to them, especially Matthew. Which he and I have been rivals lately, but I think we may come to an understanding. You might appreciate a poem. He does. Hey. That means we can change the high partition, finally. Under high partition, the lion's share of the house goes to your player heir. The rest will be divided between your children. We got it. So, this is what that means. John will have England and the other titles. Alexander will still get Greater Normandy. Richard will get Sussex, Roger, Kent. Send a courtier over to... Is anybody feeling bold? Anybody want to go? Ah, we may have a taker. Yeah, that man is possessed and I wouldn't want him here. Send him over to decrease networks. He says no! A 2% chance and he said no! Well, go take the vows. I don't want you here because you're possessed. You suggest to uproot my entire life, Scarlet's eyes, master is ludicrous. Just leave. Please. Not damn, not his challenge. Traverses the rugged hills of Crete to my party. Encounter as a shepherd, Theophilos, who invite you to partake in the local tradition. Serb explains that the Matanades are an improvised rhyming couplets. Often witty or poignant, it's a popular form of expression among the Cretans. The mischievous glib design, Theophilos challenges you to a friendly contest of crafting and that is about your journey. I shall be words I do politics. I tip the poetry is more tangled than a shepherd's wool, igniting a few sympathetic chuckles. At the foot of particularly Pilsing Hill, Fort and Candaks. A group of children play at warriors, their laughter a counterpoint to the solemnity of the stone. One child, bold and bright-eyed, approaches with a wooden sword. Halt! No one may pass forth of Yodam and her serene band. The child exclaimed, oh, wait, you are a queen? What is a Pecheneck child doing in Crete? Wandering. Well, who are your parents? Somehow you end up all the way over there. Brave defenders, tell us the quickest way off these hills. Chow hastened back to the sea. Sharp gusts and lingering squalls kept the ship tipping along for hours as I stand on the deck clutching further onto the mast. See a chest carrying my Adamar's battle axe come loose. Too far to save myself, but Arnold's within reach. However, he would be a risk of falling overboard. It's not worth the risk. Never used that weapon anyway. That axe was lost, and now he has it. It's like they probably heard what's going on, and then they sent someone over, and they probably sent a diver, and then it's like, hey look, free axe! Unless he had a weapon prior. Nope, free axe for him. He'll equip it in a moment. My French novel fruit series arms full of scrolls and manuscripts. My career in so many areas of worthy attention, religion, education, not to mention the writing itself. What is the topic you use for? As long as it's something good. My son John's been asking me if wooden warrior for a long time. I told him I'm going to get him one in 3 months' time. He displayed more focus in studies. Ever since he made a promise, he's been redoubling his efforts in his studies. I would never deceive you, John. So he's now trusting. There was once a great fire there. It killed 8 people. Killed 8 characters, I should say. And here we are again. My lack of moral fiber betrayed my intentions, and my objectives have yet to be postponed. This lack of courage and the fear of has a solid grip on it, blocking my fulfilling my destiny. If I could place my will and my heart to a changing something about me, this would be it. Analyze my whole life through this new angle. Feel an anguish burning deep inside myself. Who am I? What do I want to be? Lose the craven trait and get bravery. So we'll just say, my God, Queen Alice has found her courage. She defeated her childhood fears. Now I'm brave. Just like my forebears. But I'm still rather arbitrary, so now I'm bold than ever. Not good enough to lead the troops, but I could make changes. The Cathedral of Normandie. As me and my party traverse the rugged mountains of Sicily, a majestic sight unfolds before your eyes. Nestled in the hills, the Cathedral of Normandie stands, a testament to Norman architecture and the island's rich history. The cathedral, with its stunning mosaics and imposing bell tower, is a marvel to behold. Crusader, my companion suggests that to explore the cathedral could reveal precious insights about the island's past and intricacies of Norman design. Crusader, the most diplomatic among you proposes to engage with local clergy for the guided tour. On the other hand, you could simply admire the cathedral from a distance, appreciating its grandeur without delving into its depths. Let's explore the cathedral. Knowledge is power. He successfully deciphers the architectural design and gained valuable insights about Norman architecture. This afternoon, it's quickly advancing to nightfall as we enter the local farm estates of Castrogiovanni. The estate owner, Michael, greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a variable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, and bread and the like. In the morning, Michael approaches me to join the breakfast. Your Highness, hosting such a extravagant shindigs, yes, it can be expensive. You should pay me for the prestige I brought to your farm. Palace of Palermo. Be honest with me, is there someone else you've taken a lover? Of course not. What's the manner of you? You've never been in my court anyway. Dang nabbit. Oh yeah, I can do all these now. Let me think. Court tier. Again, just for example. Yeah, so basically if you fail to send somebody over, you have to wait a couple years. I think I know the cure. That I did. Yeah, we brought in Barani over. Shortcut. Now I got a daughter. Flippa. It's been a few weeks since I gave birth to my little Flippa. Yeah, I'm still bound to bed. Today's scope 5 out much improvement. My joy is consumed with terrible awareness. Shouldn't my strength be returning by now? Yeah, my youngest son was born in Egypt and my youngest daughter is born in Italia. Silk Road of Salerno. As I traverse the lush forest of the Duchy of Salerno, I come across a group of industrious silk workers. They are meticulously collecting silkworts and mulberry trees, with deft fingers plucking small creatures of care. This region, Potenza, is renowned for its silk production, and these workers are an essential part of the trade. One of the workers, Theodoros, approaches with a warm smile. He offers to teach you and your companions the intricate art of silk production. This could be a valuable skill, yet require time and patience. Alternatively, you could simply observe their work or even support their trade with a donation. I will donate support to trade. You gain 2 silk pouch artifacts. Generous donors appreciate their doors. Obviously, silk pouch. 2 silk pouches as a token of gratitude. Have we seen that massive tree before? I swear we're going in circles. Perhaps he is right. Seeing no sign of getting out of this forest in hours. Are we still in Potenza? A dense tree cover makes it impossible to tell the time or even the day at the direction we're heading. At this rate, we'll never make it back to Middlesex. I know exactly where we are and found the correct path. Hey, yo. He will not join. That disease is still up there. Oh, this is fire. Yeah, all these diseases. So for us, gotta be aware. And hopefully it'll go away with time. Meanwhile, invest. Buildings are a lot cheaper now. As far as upgraded ones are concerned. $91 gold. Okay, thanks. That damn pirates. We gotta do something about that. As we enter Segni, I noticed the jolly attitude and festive looking decoration around the city. Before we know it, a whole lot of us caught up with the festivities outside. This is such a friendly place, don't you think? Philippus' first words asks me. The 2 of us dance together among the crowd. I hear a loud cheer from everyone as the musicians finish one song and another begins. Why on earth we want to create a Italo-English hybrid culture? It feels just like home. Oh, sorry about that. Caesar's Nita. At the distance of the city of Roma is a forest of towers and a maze of stone buildings. As we approach, the scenery shifts. Ruins of monuments, walls and ancient churches coexist with the farms and grazing animals. As we stop before a great obelisk, a local recounts that at the top of Julius Caesar's ashes rest in a small round box. In death as in life, Caesar is elevated above all Romans. I can't help but reflect on the immense age of the city. It's worth thinking about how fragile life is. I contemplate life and death. Existential dread falls upon me. Submit to suzerain. Bucket him. Oh, look! It split away, finally. Meanwhile, while working through attorney, I can't help but notice that every person I see works with a quiet attention I don't have to notice in my own man. I stopped by one of the laborers and asked them about it and shared some sympathy with him. Well, you see, the trick is to put your back into it, and don't stop until the job's a good one. I could apply some of these principles back home. Hey, one. Yo there. Get in here. And pay me high taxes as punishment for being with Wales for so damn long. Chionides inherited Lotharingia and made it his primary title. We plan on going war with them one day for this little enclave. And it would be a great boon to grab Wales as well. So we'll say no to tributary. Yet again another meeting of all my vassals. I noticed the poor Earl, so of East Saxon, is being abused by all his peers, who gang up on him like a pack of wolves mangling a poor lamb. Play starts at his cruel gangs trying to list me into defenses of jokes we made to express school. Today it's reached to the point where I'm cornered to defining a stance on side issue. On top of it all, does not advance anybody's true agenda. I'll just avoid the situation. I'm reminded, you can change laws however you want. I want you to roll back, since you're brave these days. Roll back on that. Because you need to up the levy size, since we have plans for war. The customs of Lombard, Spoleto, or something. Passed through this region, we stopped by a couple of taverns along the way. At every stop, we've been fortunate to witness some of the local music and dances. And my entourage has found them charming, if not exciting. Captain Swell first, as he would tried some of the work, but dancers seem to be pretty good at it. Perhaps I should learn some of these dances myself. As our party winds its way through the rugged mountains surrounding Ancona, I come across an unusual sight. A procession of children, dressed in vibrant robes and crowns, are making their way through the snow-covered peaks, are enacting the journey of the Magi for the Feast of the Three Kings, a popular tradition in this region. Each child carries a small wooden box representing the gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh that the Magi have brought to the Christ child. They are collecting donations for the poor, and their innocent faces gleam with hope and excitement. A village elder, Napoleon, accompanies them, watching over his young with charges of pride. It's all about the points. Give it a modest donation. Modest yet pack. A modest donation is well received. You explain that while the means are limited, our heart is with the poor. Napoleon nods approvingly. True charity comes from the heart, not the purse. Welcome. Essex is united. While resting along the road at Ancona, when a traveling Italian bard happened to pass by, he introduced himself as Goffredo de Ilando. One of my guards offered a man a few coins in exchange for some entertainment. Goffredo then sang through several songs in the local Italian vulgar dialect. There was little doubt in this town. The melancholy songs touched their hearts deeply, and the joyful songs roused their spirits. Try to note down the songs I like. Recently heard some local folk songs they really like. Made note of it, they could all remember about these songs, even if it's not the same as hearing them as a person. Huh. Generous. Damn. Past a different faith opinion goes up. After all, I do have Jewish friends. Okay, I'm alright. Hey, you bold. The artisans of Genoa. As I traversed the hilly terrain on the Duchy of Genoa, I stumbled upon a small village nestled in the valley. The village is alive with the sound of artisans at work. Among them, a group of glass blowers catches my attention. They are creating what they call Aventurina glassware. The craft's unique to the region. Glassware is stunning, shimmering with a myriad of tiny sparkles embedded within glass. One of the artisans, Antoniotto, offers to teach you the intricacies of this craft. He warns you that the process is dangerous, involving manipulation of molten glass and metallic substances. However, mastering this craft could enhance your prestige and provide a unique skill. I'll take the risk. Teach me how to make the glass. Under his expert guidance, I successfully created my own glassware. Here it is. Short range durability. We'll keep that well in mind for future errors. The road has grown incredibly hilly the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to worry. With no one in the hills in sight, my caravan master Arnold approached me. My queen, our mounts cannot carry on like this for much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I fear they'll collapse. We must stop to rest. Most well, this will delay our journey to Middlesex. He's right, it would be wise to rest. 50 gold. Walking among the hills late in the day, darkness comes suddenly, brought by dark clouds above us. Then there's a distant loud rumble of thunder. Soon there's another, combined with a daisy flash of lightning. Another strike, a brightly illuminating area, the after image burned into my eyes. I blinked to see where the lightning had struck, and now there's a quickly expanding brush fire and spreading towards us. Put out the fire before it spreads too far. I'm no longer craven. We gotta do something about it. Successfully quell the fire. I found my courage during my travel, so it was worth it. Even though it was due to a little thing there. Ancient Romans built this. We'll talk marriage later. The muleteers of the Tarnis Valley. As I traverse the rugged valley of Savoy, I come across a group of muleteers from the Tarnis Valley. They are skilled at navigating the region's challenging mountain passes, and their mules are strong and well trained. And somehow the leader of the muleteers approaches us. Lady, we are experts at transporting goods and people through these lands. If you need assistance crossing the treacherous passes ahead, we'll be honored to help you and your party. Crusader offered, knowing that their knowledge of the area could prove invaluable. Already maxed out, thanks to the long travel that I've gotten. It was all worth it. I'll say, I don't need guides. I'll find my own path here. Against all odds, through sheer determination and possibly divine intervention, I navigate the treacherous mountain passes alone, and so watches your departure with grudging respect. When I emerge on the other side, I've proven something. Yes. Maxed out. For one single travel. A vacation to Egypt, and then back. And past to Italia and all that. As we travel through the plains of Joinville, a hospice covered with beautiful French art appears along the roadside. Travelers, you look weary. Our doors open for the rest and care. The physician offers a gentle smile. Inside, the air is calm, filled with a soothing aroma of herbs. Here, try my faint decoction up yonder. It will invigorate your souls. 1% chance of being killed. Our physician is still excellent. Let me partake of this decoction. Invigorated. I didn't die from whatever he gave me. This is a cathedral. Yeah. Pneumonia. Oh, don't you die on me. At least the vassals will respect me more now. Another book about books! Finally, the plague has left the realm and must take this opportunity to rise from the chaos left in its wake. Now emerge from the wreckage of the old world, and the time has come to consider new. Massive survivors already begun moving to the earldom of Devon as their new haven. This could prove to be an exciting opportunity for a new capital. Spare no expense to rebuild. Alice's flu. It's last. No, that's a new one. No, that's an old one. Because I noticed the so. Yes, it's left the realm. See, I told you I got away from that disease again. I'll never forget I visited the great city of Rome on my travels. 4 new artifacts. Where the hell did I get that from? George had a basic picture? I do not recall that. We got a silk pouch. Herbalist pouch. Another silk pouch. A glass vial. You be the antiquarian. I can go inspect again. Hello, I'm back. As the time passes, fortunately my sleep returns slowly at first, and faster my illness subsides. Today I ventured outside and basked over the sun during the morning. I believe it's a strange illness that befell me. Such a pleasant sensation to feel alive and well. I'm cured. I am. So that's why there was a bit of delay on that. Alright. Now let's give it to resilience. Send it to there. And in addition, send an expedition to the west. Needs more resilience, so faraway market famed for its timber. Shlomo, you are a veteran explorer. Unless my daughter Mary wants to have a go. 1 second, I'll get back to you. Rashi. Hey, how'd you like to explore it? Definitely will. In the house head. Mary, you're a young daughter, you got a bright future ahead of you. We're going to send you out there. And in the meantime, I should go meditate in seclusion again. Let's go to secluded forest of Dunmouth for now. Train knights. Continue to train. Alright, way to go. Cowards! A lot of them. They trembled at the thought of bandits and thieves, wasting precious resources on patrols and guards. As if war weren't the greatest threat. Soldiers should be prepared for battle, not chasing after common criminals. The realm needs warriors, not frightened sentries. They're soft, afraid of shadows while our enemies prepare for real war. Let them cower behind their walls if they wish. I will not stand out late by. Our soldiers must train, sharpen their skills, and ready themselves for the battles that truly matter. Only then this realm will be strong. Subside defense is a waste. Yeah, we're in the process of that. You there, you're younger. Maybe one day, I would like to improve my martial skill by any means. I inherited a Wiltshire and one other title. Here, you can have it. Hey, you know that's actually not part of it. Belongs to Wiltshire. Hey, I got Oxford. That's what I wanted. Okay, you know, here. Here, you can have it. You'll get Oxford later. I simply want this to get a university built. There's already construction. It'll be done in 3 months' time. Okay, perfect. Not worried about control, though. Alright. This is off. We'll end the episode once she returns from the expedition. Like the same for Cambridge, though Earl Simon's level of fame cannot compare. I guess that means you have to start all over again with this. Cambridgeshire. 8 years' time. Alexander's gone rabbinic. I'll be sure to tell you to get back to Catholicism once you're an adult. A messenger bird brings me a message from Mary with an update about our expedition to Markland. According to the message, the expedition is going well. Mary says the crew just encountered a large number of seals, which they successfully hunted. Among the peoples of the north, seals are commonly used for meat and oil, and this has raised the morale of the crew greatly. Glad to hear it. Good outcome. So yes, we got Essex united. Next episode, I will fight Lotharingia in a short war to get this duchy and then beat off any attacks. Messenger bird brings a message from Mary with an update about Expedition Markland. Traveling edge of the known world is fraught with dangers, but sometimes those dangers are imagined. Mary reports an interesting case of this, which basically sent a few members of the expedition to explore inland. The crew returned in haste, screaming about an ambush from inhuman beings. Mary ordered everyone to grab their weapons and prepare for battle, possibly evacuate the area if needed. Then they waited, tensely. No attackers ever came. Yet those crew members said they saw something out there that attacked them. Mary believes they're not deceiving. So what happened to them? Did they become insane, or did they really see something out there? That's a bad outcome. Decrease from networks. How much? 470. In a year's time. Reduced cost for hosting a grand tournament if you're going to do a board game or a saddle in that holding. Noted. Because I've not done any grand tournaments in a long time in this playthrough. Because I've yet to find a character who I think would be well suited for it. Unfortunately, I couldn't stop thinking about the dark secrets I keep. What would happen if the world finds out? Dragon and such. She's going through an existential crisis, you know. Remember that. Build that university. And for the holder holding, I get renown, more monthly lifestyle experience, and cultural fascination progress, so I'll be holding Oxford for a good long while. My son John came to complain about Elizabeth bullying him. He'd hide all over the castle to avoid facing the other child. Oh, John. How can I expect you to be the one to rule all of England? I might disinherit you for this. Because I don't believe you have what it takes. Not only disinherit you, since I have lots of renown, I could do just that. But also, I could designate heir. Hey. You. I want you to build this faster, if you can. That's what it's for. What one does not hope to rest when tired, who works surrounded and happy retired, and all their hope for memory's grace, that their history finds true place. Just trying to be nice. We have a architect, yeah, we're an architect, yes we do. And I'm an architect. A messenger bird brings you a message from Mary, with an update about our expedition to Markland. Markland is renowned for its abundance of timber. After all, that was arguably the chief reason why we sent an expedition there in the first place. Anyways, Mary reports that she discovered a good forested location in Markland. She and her crew will spend a couple of weeks there, chopping down trees and bring back to Greenland. This would be a great use for the Greenland colony. That's why they were sent to Markland after all. So 2 good outcomes, so this expedition is a success. Oh, how dare you. Why would you scheme against me? Remember, in future, we get to have all the claims, and it only costs this much to start a war. But Derby's first. Reduced cost. Around again. What happened? You used to be such a great secondary capital. Instead, it suffered disease after disease. They actually focus on lifestyle. Have a big jump towards the monthly lifestyle experience, especially for the path towards Inspector. Especially when I get this for another domain limit, so I'm keeping Oxford for myself. You'll keep. Yes, I could go in inspection again. And I can go to university visit. I'll tell you what, when I save up a lot of money, I'm gonna go visit Oxford. The ships we sent on an expedition to Markland returned. I went to meet Mary, ask her about the various adventures she had during the expedition. Unsurprisingly, there was much to tell. Fortunately, it appears the expedition was ultimately a success. During the expedition, Mary managed to acquire a lot of useful resources, contacts, and information while exploring this frontier region. There is no doubt that the boons of this expedition will greatly help the Greenland colony. Perhaps send another one in the expedition in the future. It will be a great opportunity to earn more glory for ourselves. So, this one bad episode did hurt the network a bit. We didn't gain any Brazilians for it, but we gained some gold out of it. So, that's nice. And we will end that episode right here. So in the next episode, the University of Oxford is going to be built. And then subsequently, I'm going to save up our money, and I'm going to visit that said university to be educated. I would like to be one of the first notable students of Oxford there. Just like I went to the Cluny Abbey in France. So why not do it here? And maybe, hopefully, I can improve the education trait. If not, pick up more stewardship perks and all that. So we'll see you in the next episode as we will head to a more war footing. As we do just that. So, until then, so long for now.